Hi children, welcome back to Accounts is Easy. I hope you're doing well and you've seen the previous videos on the solution to 2024 accounts paper, the council board paper. तो अभी तक कैसा चल रहा है, कितने मार्क्स मिल रहे हैं, प्लीज़ मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में लिख के बताइए. एंड ऑल्सो नाउ दिस पार्ट इज़ ऑन सेक्शन बी. तो सेक्शन बी में आगे चलते हैं एंड वील फाइंड आउट बाकी के रिजल्ट्स. Question 11 says, there are 5 subparts here. One says, what is the difference between total assets and current liabilities? So here we go for question 11, subpart A, total assets. In the balance sheet, you have total assets, meaning total liabilities. उसमें से current liabilities हटा दो. What is left? Shareholders' funds and non-current liability, which is capital employed. So D, capital employed. Okay. And then next one, in the cash flow statement, which one of the following will be classified by the company as its cash flow from investing activities? Cash outflow. Okay, not cash flow, sorry. Cash outflow होना चाहिए. तो PQRS है यहाँ पर. Out of which R and S are proceeds. तो proceeds जब भी है तो obviously वो inflow है ना. We are getting inflow, तो वो obviously cash outflow तो नहीं होगा. So the question boils down to only P and Q. Investment in government securities investments किया है. So it is for the इसलिए counted as current investments. So यहाँ पर ये definitely cash. नहीं, गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज है तो नॉन करेंट इन्वेस्टमेंट्स है. सो यहाँ पर हम उसको इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटी लेंगे बिल्कुल, और कैश आउटफ्लो भी है बिकॉज परचेज किया है, यू मेड इन्वेस्टमेंट, सो इट इज डेफिनेटली देयर. क्यू, इन्वेस्टमेंट इन बैंक डिपॉजिट्स हैविंग मैच्योरिटी ऑफ 6 months. तो ये जो है वो कैश एंड बैंक में आता है. कैश एंड बैंक इज कैश एंड कैश इक्विवेलेंस, नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटी. सो क्यू नहीं आएगा इसमें, ओनली पी आएगा, ऑप्शन सी. Next, a company has a quick ratio of 1.8:1. Mention whether this ratio will improve, reduce, change after it sells a machine worth 1,20,000 at a loss of 30. Machine बेच रहा है which is part of non-current assets. तो यहाँ पर वो भी quick ratio ले रहे हैं, तो quick ratio का part नहीं है. But when I sell, of course nothing else is mentioned, so I assume cash sale. तो पैसा आएगा, 90,000 आएगा. So it will be increase in quick assets, cash will increase, whereas there is no corresponding change in current liabilities. So only the quick asset is changing, so quick ratio will improve. State whether the creditors would prefer lending to a company with a high debt equity ratio or a low debt equity ratio and give reason. Debt equity ratio मतलब क्या होता है? Debt by equity. जिसका ऑलरेडी हाई है मतलब ज़्यादा डेट ले लिया है, इक्विटी कम लिया है, कम है अपना. तो लॉन्ग टर्म सॉल्वेंसी इज अफेक्टेड बाय वेरी हाई capital gearing, isn't it? So it becomes a risky proposition. Creditors would so rather want to invest in a company, lend to a company where the debt equity ratio is low. It ensures safety of fund. Reason भी देना है, तो it ensures safety of fund because already the firm has taken a very less amount of debt compared to equity, meaning its shareholders funds. तो ये reason है. Fifth one, extract of balance sheet दिया हुआ है. यहाँ पे share capital is increasing from 5 lakhs in the beginning to 8 lakhs, meaning there has been an increase of 3 lakhs. Equity shares of 10 each. Securities premium I can see a fall of 1 lakh. 1,70,000 से 70,000 हो गया, तो 1 लाख यूज हो गया. क्या चीज में यूज हुआ है? The company during this year has raised its share capital by issuing bonus shares to the shareholders at the beginning of the year in the ratio of 1:5. 1:5 मतलब 1 bonus share for every 5 shares held. तो यहाँ पे समझो कितने shares थे? 50,000 थे ना. 5 lakh was the share capital. So 50,000 shares because 10 each. This is how we get. This is rupees 5 lakhs. So number of shares was 50,000. तो 50,000 है और रेशियो है 5:1. तो कितना 10,000 shares हमने इशू किया एज बोनस शेयर, मीनिंग वैल्यू इज 1 lakh. Now what is left? Out of the total increase of 3 lakhs, 1 lakh is increasing because of bonus shares. The remaining 2 lakhs, the balance shares were issued for cash to public. तो ये जो 2 लाख का शेयर्स है, मीनिंग worth 10 divide by 10, so 20,000 shares have been issued for cash. ये हो गया इक्विटी से shares issued for cash. So this is your answer to question 11. अब क्वेश्चन 12 में चलते हैं. क्वेश्चन 12 में क्या दिया है? बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन मार्क्स है अगेन. दिस टाइम द क्वेश्चंस आर हैविंग लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चन मार्क्स, फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स. तो पूरा कंपैरेटिव स्टेटमेंट नहीं बनाना है. इंस्टेड आई जस्ट हैव टू फिल इन द मिसिंग फिगर्स. ओके ओके. In this, of course, you have been asked to complete the common size income statement of Violet Limited. तो जैसा है proper with heading you should write. Okay, I'm not going into that. Let's go quickly to the amounts. So this is 31,323 figures, 31,322 figures, absolute change column and percentage change column. यहाँ पे दिया है तुमको 7098. 7098 is given here and 364 change दिया है. So obviously this minus this gave me this, so this plus this will give me this, which is coming to 7462. This is revenue from operation. Alright, and percentage change you have to find. 364 divided by 7098 comes to 5.13. इसको राउंडिंग ऑफ अच्छे से किया है आई सपोज. सेकेंड वन 8998 is given, also 7931 is given. So absolute change is this minus this, which is equal to 1067, and the absolute change is given. So absolute by previous year figure 13.45 आ रहा है. Then here you can straight away, this is like all expenses, so this minus this can straight away give you this missing figure, which is 1536. Please keep it in bracket because it is a negative figure. इस साल भी लॉस हुआ है, नेक्स्ट प्रीवियस ईयर भी लॉस हुआ था. 833 is already given to you, even the absolute change is given to you. Now when you talk about percentage change, this by this, both negative figures, so your final answer 84.39 will be a positive figure. बस ये इतना ही है इधर में. इसके बाद question 13. Question 13 you have cash flow statement. फिर वही है और करके एक और ऑप्शन है. सो पहला वाला कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट जो है उसमें क्या है? यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट द अमाउंट ऑफ टैक्स पेड बाय द कंपनी. देयर स्मॉलर क्वेश्चंस ब्रेकअप्स. तो यहाँ पर टैक्स पेड के लिए मुझे खाली प्रोविजन फॉर टैक्स अकाउंट चाहिए यहाँ पर, करेक्ट. एंड प्रोविजन फॉर टैक्स ओपनिंग फिगर इज गिवन 50,000, closing figure is given 80,000, and there's one more figure. During the year company provided 75,000 for tax. provided है तो इस साल का प्रोविजन है. so 1,25,000, so 40,000. this is your tax paid, 40,000. okay, कितना है? 40, oh sorry 45. okay, 1,25,000. okay, so it's 45,000 is tax paid. We move to the next one. Next question is asking you, give reason for the opening book value and closing book value of plant of machinery, it's the same, because it's despite of the purchase of machine. Purchase of machine से तो asset account increase होना चाहिए. It's given purchase plant and machinery for 40,000, but there is no corresponding sale. Of course, any fixed asset account has to be depreciated by law, है ना. तो यही reason लिखना है कि the increase in the machinery account due to the purchase has been nullified because of the depreciation charge for the year. So this 40,000 is depreciation. If you see the plant and machinery account, okay, the opening and closing balances are both 1 lakh. The opening balance bhi 1 lakh hai, closing balance bhi 1 lakh hai. The purchase comes here. So what is here? 40,000 depreciation. Because of depreciation, it has remained same. Third one, what is the inflow of cash from the issue of 7% debentures? 7% debentures have been there originally at 3 lakhs beginning में and 8 lakhs हो गया end of the year में, meaning 5 lakhs nominal value it has increased. Of course, debentures can be issued at discount, at par or premium. अगर कुछ नहीं दिया रहता तो हम ये 5 लाख ले लेते. But it is said issued 7% debentures at a discount of 5%. Okay. So, you will write here, this was number 2. Number 3, you have to write down proceeds from issue of debentures. Nominal value is increased 5 lakhs, less discount 5%. 5% will get 25,000 and 4,75,000 is the net inflow of cash from the proceeds of debentures. Alright. Coming to next question, give the company's outflow of cash for dividend paid to shareholders. Dividend paid to shareholders. कितना देंगे हम यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है proposed dividend. Proposed dividend of the years 2021-22 and 22-23. 22-23 तो करंट ईयर हो गया, तो उसका जो 40,000 proposed dividend है उसका कोई रोल नहीं है कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट में. दिस वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड so many times. Now last year's proposed dividend meaning 2021-22 का 30,000 दिया हुआ है. Okay, proposed dividend 30,000 of last year 21-22. Now is this the outflow? Not really. We can see in the balances unclaimed dividend. Unclaimed dividend initially 0 था, अभी 6,000 है. मतलब ये dividend और कोई dividend तो हम पे नहीं कर रहे हैं, ये equity shares का ही dividend है. There is 6,000 worth of unclaimed dividend, meaning we have not paid yet. So out of 30,000, which was supposed to be the outflow, 6,000 has not been paid. So basically, how much has been cash outflow from unclaimed dividend? ऐसे दिखा देना. And less this, so it is net amount paid for dividend is 24,000. Okay. Last one. State with reason whether Neon Limited will consider decrease in the amount of land. Okay, यहाँ पे land है 6 lakhs था, अभी है 4,50,000. Okay. Will consider decrease in the amount of land as operating activity or as an investing activity while preparing its cash flow statement. Now we are not talking about any other asset. We are talking about land. Land, you must have read, it's not depreciated, right? It's the only asset that is not depreciated. So any decrease in that shall represent a sale of the asset. Okay. So except land, all other decrease will be shown as a depreciation. लेकिन यहाँ पर क्या land है, तो इसको आप sale दिखाएंगे. So you will have to write. So sale है तो investing activity है. This is investing activity because land there has been a decrease. Opening 6 lakhs, closing this, so 1,50,000 का बैंक में आया होगा. This will show, and you will write it is because land is not depreciated. So any decrease in the value will be denoting a sale. Okay, let's move on to the other option of question 13. So it is question 13, or what you have to make here the cash flow statement. ये पूरा ही statement बनाना है, balance sheet of Halogen Limited. So you will write first thing, find out the NPBT and other working that we have to do. यहाँ पे reserves and surplus दिख रहा है जिसका कोई notes नहीं है, तो -20,000 से 1,06,000 हो गया है. So NPBT calculation, note number 1, profit for the year is 1,06,000 माइनस कितना है ये 20,000 है ना, तो ये प्लस हो गया 1,26,000. ये प्रॉफिट फॉर द ईयर हुआ है, कवरिंग द लास्ट ईयर्स लॉस प्लस रिजल्टिंग इनटू अ प्रॉफिट ऑफ 1,06,000. And I can see only one more NPBT thing here, which is short term provisions. Short term provisions, देखो provision for tax दिया हुआ है, no third amount is given, so I don't need to make an account. The opening balance 70,000 will be tax paid end of operating, and 50,000 is provision for tax made during this year for the current year. So add this provision for tax. तो कितना हो गया 1,76,000 is NPBT. Okay. Then coming to additional information, I can see debentures. Debentures का interest निकालना पड़ेगा. Okay, debentures का क्या है 15% debentures, initially 4 lakhs, now 6 lakhs. And it's also given issued additional debentures on 1st October, meaning midway, 6 months here, 6 months there. So जब interest निकालेंगे हम, interest on debentures, initial 4 lakhs 6 months के लिए, plus in the next 6 months is 6 lakhs, so on this 15%, isn't it? तो 15% निकालो, इसका कितना आ रहा है 75,000 आना चाहिए. Let's check that. Okay, 1 lakh. ओके चलो ये चेक कर लो एक बार कितना आ रहा है, 75,000 आ रहा है कि नहीं. देन वी ऑल्सो सी एन एडजस्टमेंट फॉर प्लांट, सोल्ड प्लांट एंड मशीनरी, और उसमें अक्यूमुलेटेड डेप्रिसिएशन अकाउंट भी है. ओके, सो वी विल नीड टू मेक द प्लांट अकाउंट and the accumulated depreciation account. Okay, plant account, the balance is 7 lakhs opening and 4,80,000 closing. Accumulated depreciation, opening balance 2 lakhs and closing balance 2,62,000. Alright. Excuse me. Sold plant and machinery, the book value of which was 1,20,000. Accumulated depreciation was 38,000 for 50,000. Okay. Now you understand here, this is the book value given, not the cost. So the book value is 1,20,000, meaning this is the depreciated value. ठीक है, तो इसमें से और 38,000 माइनस नहीं करना है. So the book value is 1,20,000 and I'm selling it for 50. So how much is the loss? The loss on sale of plant is 1,20,000 minus 50. 70,000 is the loss on sale which comes here. The loss on sale. We're selling it for 50,000. It comes here, bank. And the accumulated depreciation will be credited here. On the asset sold 38,000. तो यहाँ पे भी 38,000 हम debit करेंगे. This goes to the plant account, the asset account, right? Now here I get a balancing figure because that will be depreciation for the year, which comes to 1 lakh. 3 lakh is the total. और यहाँ 2 लाख था तो 1 lakh is your depreciation. So this figure we have got. It goes to operating. ये operating में जाएगा loss. Investing में जाएगा ये 50. This will not go anywhere. ये भी नहीं जाएगा. अब इसमें से balancing figure जो आना है वो है तुम्हारा यहाँ ओके 9,77,42 है ना. अच्छा क्लोजिंग I'm so sorry. 7 lakhs is not, I'm so sorry. In the notes to account, 9 lakhs is the cost. Sorry. And 7,42,000 is the closing balance carried down. ठीक है. So now it is done. Okay. तो ये तुम्हारा प्लांट अकाउंट बन गया और accumulated depreciation. So you just make a note of this and then we'll go to the cash flow statement. We'll put all of these figures there. Alright. Let's make that the cash flow statement of Halogen Limited. And please अगर heading नहीं दिया है ठीक से तो heading पे marks जाएगा for the year ending 31st March. And please write the date which is given there, 31st March 2023. Fine. So let's make the cash flow statement. Let's start with operating. All of this, the formatting part, okay? You have to take care of A. तुम लिखोगे cash flows from operating activities. Then you start with NPBT, which came at 1,76,000. Then we have calculated loss on sale. So यहाँ पे add हो जाएगा loss on sale of the asset 1 lakh. Then we had depreciation. Oh wait, depreciation was 1 lakh. Huh. And loss on sale was 70,000. Then interest on debentures came to 75,000. There was no item to be subtracted here. तो ये total हो रहा है तुम्हारा 4,21,000. This is what the operating profit before working capital changes. So short में लिख रही हूँ मैं. You have to write in full. Then current investments, working capital change है less. We have purchased current investments of 2,46,000. देखो बैलेंस शीट में दिया है ना current investments 2,56,000 and opening was 10. So 2,46,000. Please put it in bracket because this is a less item. And this gives me cash generated from operations comes to 1,75,000. Then less tax paid. ये last year का provision for taxation का amount है. Okay, 1,05,000 in positive. This is your cash, net cash flow from operating activity. So this is, you take it out in the outer column. Then you have cash flow from investing activities where you have just made a sale, isn't it? So you will write here after the heading, proceeds from sale of, we sold what? Plant. 50,000 मिला था. So 50,000 is the net cash flow from investing activities, दोनों पॉजिटिव आ गया. Okay, next is cash flow from financing activities. We have issued shares, if you see in the balance sheet, 4 lakh to 4 lakh 50,000. Proceeds from issue of shares, 50,000 inflow. Also you have issued debentures, proceeds from issue of debentures. Debentures in कितना 2 लाख था, again inflow. And then interest on debentures. Interest on debentures is 75,000 आया था ना, ये minus कर देना है outflow. And there wasn't any dividend, isn't it? Yeah. So nothing else in the financing. ठीक है, तो इसका ये आ गया 2,50,000 and minus 1,75,000. Net cash flows from financing activity. Okay, so now we see the net increase है, of course, in cash and cash equivalents. So plus all of that comes to 3,30,000. Okay, slowing down a little. 3,30,000. Then your opening cash and cash equivalents at the beginning of the year was how much? 1,40,000. इसको ऐड कर दो, 4,70,000 आ जाएगा. Closing cash and cash equivalents at the end of the year. Done. So here's your cash flow. Question 13 also done. एक और question बचा है, question 14. Okay, तो इसमें है, again there are 4 options, I mean 4 questions are given. You have to answer any 3. तो ऐसा कभी भी होता है, अगर चौथा भी पता है, टाइम है तो कर देना चाहिए, so that you get the best of the 4. I'm sure you would have done that. Anyways, number 1. Okay, in this, from the following you have to calculate preference dividend paid. Preference dividend paid, you can see net profit and earning per share and all. So we'll have to use the formula. I always say EPS जो formulas है जो पूरा हमेशा अच्छे से लिखना, and write it in full also. Okay, net profit after tax less preference dividend by number of equity shares. Okay, now you have been given all other things except preference dividend, तो उसका बस value डालना है और calculate करना है. 20 lakhs is the value of this is the okay, we need net profit after tax. Net profit before tax is given. Net profit before tax given है, very good. On this you calculate the tax rate is 30%. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया तुम्हारा tax minus करो and you will get here your net profit before tax. Alright, so this is 6 lakhs. 20 lakhs minus 6 lakhs, 14 lakhs net profit before tax. Alright, then minus preference dividend, I don't know how much. Number of equity shares is given as 4 lakhs. क्योंकि equity shares are 40 lakhs and the nominal value is 10. We don't have to do anything about the market value here. So if you solve this, you will get your preference dividend as 3 lakhs. ठीक है, इसको सॉल्व कर लो. नेक्स्ट, you have to calculate current ratio. Now current ratio it's given opening inventory of consumables of raw materials, closing inventory of consumables, opening inventory of finished goods, work in progress, and closing inventory. And then current assets are given other than inventory of consumables and of finished goods and work in progress. Other than. Now, for current ratio, I need everything, the inventory as well, and the other current assets. So, other current assets are 3 lakh. So, if I have to have the total current assets, I will have the other current assets plus inventory, correct? अब inventory opening closing दोनों दिया है. We always take from the balance sheet, isn't it? The current assets का for the amount and the inventory का amount. We don't take average here in the current ratio, okay? So opening closing opening का कोई काम नहीं है. Closing is 3 lakh. Okay, wait. Other current assets is 3,22,9.23. Plus inventory, I'll have to take both of raw material as well as finished goods and work in progress. So closing inventory था 197.24 and plus 389.85. Alright? So closing figures I have taken, and the total comes to 3,816.32. So current ratio क्या है? Current assets by current liabilities. Current liabilities are given to me. Okay, so I just put this. 936.52 है current liabilities. You have to carefully round it off. Okay, and your current ratio is there. Third one, return on investment. You have to calculate. Also, you require to give the formula. First thing, तो सिर्फ एक mark formula पे ही है. So you will write here return on investment. Formula is net profit before interest and tax. Alright, by fixed interest charges of capital employed into 100. Now please into 100 भी देना ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि ये परसेंटेज में होता है. अगर 100 नहीं दिया तो मार्क्स नहीं मिलेगा फॉर्मूला पे. ओके, so net profit before interest and tax and by capital employed into 100. And we just put the figures. This is return on capital is 20. I need to find out net profit before interest and tax, and capital employed is given to me 50 lakhs. Isn't it? Capital employed is 50 lakhs. So it is coming to so काट लो और इसके बाद जाएगा net profit before interest and tax 20 into 50,000 which is 10 lakhs. ऐसे भी देखोगे अगर if you want to find out 20% is the rate of interest. So capital employed is 50 lakhs. 20% of 50 lakhs is 10 lakhs. That is what is your return, which is NPBT before tax. Done? एक और कर लेते हैं. Number 4 also. Some might have gone for 4. You've been asked to find out working capital turnover ratio up to 2 decimal places. So you need to find out the current assets. So first thing, your formula is working capital turnover ratio is revenue from operations by working capital. So revenue from operation कैसे find होगा? Cost of revenue is given and gross profit is given on cost. So your revenue from operation is equal to 12 lakhs plus 25% of the cost, which is 1/4. 12 lakhs plus 3 lakhs, 15 lakhs is revenue from operation. That's your numerator. Your working capital, you will add up all the current assets. Here, current assets. Working capital is equal to current assets minus current liabilities. So current assets is cash, 10 lakhs, short term loans and advances 3 lakhs. Then inventory 2 lakhs. Okay, then this trade and trade payables liability. Alright, so you get it as 10 lakhs. So if I put this and this here, 15 lakhs and 10 lakhs. 1.5 is to 1. Oh, sorry, ये है ना working capital turnover ratio. It's in times, please. You have to take care of the way you leave your answer. उस पे भी marks है. So I hope it was good. And if you have any queries, you can keep. I am getting comments, and thank you so much for responding. And thank you so much for appreciating the effort, because it takes time to sit and get the videos to you. Okay, thank you so much. Keep appreciating. Keep yourself subscribed for further videos, which will of course be good. And I'm planning to shoot a video after I'm done with the corrections, also to give you a small feedback on how the corrections went and how it, what kind of mistakes children have made and how you can, improve looking at it. Okay, then also I'll give you a small feedback on my past to Onaya series. The next video will be on that, and I hope people who have seen the past to Honai hair series, which I had made, it helped them score better in the boards. So please connect to me, please stay connected, give your feedback. It's really heartening to see and read, comments pouring on from different schools, and I keep asking, where are you from? Different schools students are seeing, and I'm sure you will share my channel with them so that I also grow along with you all. And thank you. Do press the like button if you have found the video worthwhile. Thank you so much. Take care. All the best. Bye bye.